Alright guys, welcome to another Final Fantasy 16 video. I'm here, returned, for the newest addition to the Final Fantasy DLCs, Final Fantasy 16 I should say, the Rising Tide. Now, okay, so it's a message unmarked. Sid, I shall not waste time mincing words. That's mincing words. I've never heard that in a sentence. Oh well.
But why now?
So just read it in my head and I was like, my bad. Got carried away.
Why, what now?
Oh, I'm not sure you'd believe me if I told you.
After all we've been through. I doubt there's anything that could surprise me at this point.
Maybe. I don't know.
Rouse Joshua and leave me in the mess.
Maybe not. Leviathan the Lost.
I see we're all here.
So, what is it this time?
I'm not sure yet. The letter delivered to my chambers omitted a few crucial details.
Do we know its provenance?
That was one
Do
of
we
the
know its
details it
provenance?
omitted. But whoever the sender was, it seems the dame held them in high enough regard to point them in our direction.
The dame? Well, she's not one to waste our time. It must be important.
I'm surprised the dame was the person who
If the letter is to be believed,
who's linked to the letter.
Leviathan's dominant is in danger. And someone wants us to save him.
Leviathan?
Oh, so it's a him.
So the Warden of Water has finally returned. What has it been? 100 years?
More. The Lost moniker dates back at least that long. Even our venerable lawsman would not have been so much as a glint in his father's eye when last the mighty serpent brought his crashing waves to bear upon the realm.
Huh.
But why the gap? I know it can be a few years before a new dominant's born. But over a century?
Should the dominant of Water's bloodline have been severed somehow, it could have prevented a new dominant from awakening.
But if one has awakened now, he couldn't have chosen a worse time. Every nation in the realm has lost its dominant. If word gets out that there is still one to be had, they will stop at nothing to claim it for their own.
And the twins will be at war again, just when humanity most needs to come together. Did the letter say anything else?
Only that if I wish to know more, we must meet in person. And that the Veil can arrange a meeting.
If nothing else, you can be certain it ain't a trap.
Famous last words. I'm coming with you.
As am I.
Thank you. Both of you. And Otto?
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on things here. Didn't fancy coming anyway.
Thank you. I shall leave the Invincible in your capable hands.
This is a new quest tone. Alright, we've made it here.
Behind the veil, my lord?
No, I'm just here to
Looking for a Layla.
get my quest done with.
You found one. So, will your friends be joining in? Or just watching?
I'm
We're
confused.
not here for your services. We simply want to talk.
What you do with your time is up to you. The price is still the same.
We're here about the letter.
Oh. Sorry. I suppose you'll be wanting to know who wrote it then.
Among other things.
Look, I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
Specifically,
A location north of town on the shore of Isle of Feist Bay. There you'll
All right.
find a tent and the woman who can answer your questions.
And that's all. Nothing else.
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of yours to hand.
Alright, perfect. I'll meet you guys somewhere else then. Okay, so I was told just about over here. The whole gang, back at it again.
The tent is where Layla said it would be.
Yes.
That she
Who
did.
awaits us inside?
Nobody, absolutely nobody.
It's empty. Why am I not surprised? A boat. No prizes for guessing who that belongs to.
Alright. So, what's going on? They're gonna, like, say, hello there.
Embers are still warm.
They're gonna be like, oh yeah, they're gonna show up, like, right now.
So you're Sid.
Or maybe just say, so you're Sid. Either way. Who are you? Are you the dominant?
I suppose I must be. Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Moats of Water.
Okay, cool.
The moats of water.
The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born. A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yes, that would be impossible, since the tribe famously...
Vanished. Was exterminated. Despite the best efforts of both church and state, we are still very much alive. Though we've managed to keep that
I have a feeling...
from good Kriegers faithful for over a century.
Yeah, she's definitely the,
With Leviathan's
the dominant. Yeah. That's just what I think so far, because...
That wave out there,
Yeah, I don't know.
what do you know of it?
The surge. Only that it's been there a long time.
Since the fall of Drake's Eye almost a century ago. Some claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty. So in other words, you know nothing. Not that I'll hold it against you. The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of rage. Moments before the waters were stayed, and the icon and its dominant bound within.
And you want us to?
Rescue him. Yes. You see, a little bird told me about a certain outlaw with a singular knack for putting unruly dominants in their place. And ours is about as unruly as they get. For years, we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an icon. Someone just like you. So what do you say? Will you help us?
I say hell yeah.
What
I wanna
exactly
fight
did
that
your
thing.
dominant do to warrant this banishment?
I've seen what it could do in Final Fantasy 15. I want to see.
He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can. He was born.
What?
But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
I just want to fight Leviathan, if I'm being honest. I hope it will also change the final fight of the game, because I'll redo
Fetched though
that.
your tale may seem,
I will do that.
something tells
Again.
me you speak in earnest. So we will do what we can for your dominant. But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that. I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay? My people await you there.
Lead the way.
Instead of that like super small sailboat, why don't we take like the boat that was in the story, the one that was like jet powered? It doesn't matter either way. Let's just continue. The Lost Cloak. I've seen stuff about this game, and I've seen the sky clear. And I don't know how it's going to happen, but that is one of the things I'm like really intrigued about. The sky turning to more
All right, you
beautiful
might wanna
color.
hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point. It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes. But don't take my word for it. Watch.
That was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Clive, the sky.
It's blue, but how is that possible?
You do know what a glamour is, don't you? Ours just happens to work both ways, and a good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day.
Alright, that's sick, but I'm confused because this is like the same place, but different. I don't know, that's confusing. If it took you to like a different place entirely, alright, but it's legit.
And that concludes our little voyage.
It just changed the sky.
Here.
It's like, I don't know, weird. It's beautiful though. Can't wait. Really can't wait. And also, since I haven't played this much, I'm probably not going to talk later on. Might talk here and there during the fights, but I probably won't talk for most of this video.
It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one. I hope you're up for a climb.
Finally.
What? You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Of course it is.
Watch yourself, Sid. This path can be treacherous. If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
Thank you for the warning. And please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Shula, that I have no such aliases.
Is that so, Lord Margrace?
It's all the same to me.
That is hella beautiful. Anyways, fight. Let's do this.
Stand back. We'll handle this.
Jeez, level 100. Oh well. They're plants. They'll die quickly through fire.
Oh, will you
Then I
now?
could do that.
Keep my axe and spells to myself then.
That. Oh, what am I doing? Holy crap!
You mentioned spells.
That's sick.
Yet I see you carry no crystals.
Since when did a bearer ever need crystals?
But then, where is your brand?
Waiting for me in Sunbreck, if I ever get careless.
It's in for a long wait.
Damn! Forgot how strong this thing was. And yes, I'm still a bit sick, so yeah, sorry if I'm sniffing and
We're
sniffing and
almost
all
at the
that.
summit. From there, you'll have a better view of our home.
I do apologize.
Few have ever set eyes on what I'm about to show you. Just so you know.
This is not what I expected.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
It's been a long time since I saw the North looking so
Alive. How
I'm
is-
sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest. Our humble village is only a short way from here, if you'd care to accompany me. Let's get ourselves in front of a fire, and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
On evening tides.
Does morning's light return?
Open the gates! The tributary is home!
outsiders? Well, I never. Look at the size of that dog.
All right now, back to your duties. You'll have to forgive my people their curiosity. We don't get many visitors. Or any, truth be told.
Then we are honored to be the first.
This is quite extraordinary. Like stepping into another world.
So do you believe me now?
You've made it difficult not to, my lady. But how did your people chance to settle here in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of southern Ash their home. Until Drake's Horn fell and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps you'd like to hear ours. That building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import. We can speak more inside. once the place is ready to receive you. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Thank you. We'll do just that.
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods? It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've dedicated our lives to maintaining the glamour that conceals us. Us and Walyas.
This man, Walyas, is he Leviathan's dominant?
That's right. Though he's no man, Walyas is still a baby.
A baby?
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his icon were bound inside the Surge almost a century ago. That would surely make him older still.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
I'm sorry.
Walyas was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the icons sensed their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village if my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the Surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
That is why we came.
Then let us be off. There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the Surge.
Are you bound for the wave, tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as family.
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case, I would have you accept this symbol of our people.
That's very kind. I look forward to meeting the family.
The feeling's mutual.
Should the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you. We will.
Then I bid you good tide.
Our storehouse lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies, you may find what you need there. Though we will have to ask you for recompense, poor as we are.
You're Lady Shula's friend, aren't you?
There's a pair of ships just up ahead.
Ships? But are we not still leagues from the shore?
The quickest route to the Surge is due east, past the second galley.
Shula, how did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an icon of water gets angry?
Really, brother, did you have to ask?
doubt even Ambrosia could find me.
Tonberries. Foul creatures consumed by their hatred for everyone and everything.
Everything save sharp knives, it seems.
I can smell the sea.
It's not far now.
How will we reach the surge?
We'll follow the coastline north. There's a bridge that'll take us across to the cape.
Might I inquire about the ray of light?
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea. And Dwalius by his people.
You said before that the child is bound within the surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
All right. It won't be the first dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Dwalius's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to. To show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes. The forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons.
You know what? Before something happens and like it's gonna take up most of the video's time, I'm just gonna end it here. 30 minutes is enough. Next episode, yeah. See you guys there.